Hello, and welcome to another episode of Josh's Journeys. My name is Josh Carter, and today I'll be speaking to you about understanding. Now, that can be a difficulty for so many people, families, and friends that don't quite understand what it's like to be on the spectrum. Um, and a lot of things that I would have done when I was younger, I couldn't communicate out properly to effectively get people to understand. We have people that tell you that they're listening, but are they interpreting exactly what you're saying? You could have two completely different conversations um, when you're talking to someone on the spectrum like me, to where I could be talking about one other subject matter and it could be something totally that they're talking about. But it's also part of knowing that it's my fascination that gets me, and I get stuck in those fascinations. So sometimes it's bringing awareness to whenever I get into those subjects. And it's just one of those things where you want help, but you don't want it to be contrived. You want to make sure that um, you're not giving into your emotions at the moment, that you're actually trying to teach people around you exactly what's going on. And sometimes that can be hard to actually take that part in ourselves and explain it out. But I know exactly that's what I wish I would have done when I was younger to help my family better understand exactly what I was going through. Uh, because it's difficult when you try to do it alone. And it's just one of those things that's hard to address if you don't exactly understand how to express it. But you want people to help you so you can actually improve your skill sets and do something more to empower yourself. And so it was part of my process to be able to share elements myself, learn more about myself, and express it in a way that people would understand. And the complexities that happen within our brains make us think things that society may not see. Um, and that's exactly what I've come to understand about the world. I see the world in a different light because I have the hope and principles that I want to instill in the world. Um, it's just a matter of finding what you want to express about yourself, because there are so many elements in us that it's hard for people to grasp at times. People get frustrated, people get short with you because they don't understand that. And we apologize for things that we're not doing intentionally, but at the time, you don't know that you're doing anything different. And it's where we can get people in our lives to bring awareness to it without the level of frustration that makes it equally frustrating for us. Because when they get frustrated with us and our families and our friends, it makes for difficult interactions, and then we react in ways we wish we shouldn't have. We go with our emotions instead of thinking it through. And so I talked about how important exercise um, and all different types of elements that you need to do for yourself to process. Because processing helps you better explain yourself. Being able to adapt to every single situation takes being able to relay the values of who you are. And you know exactly that the people in your life have the best interest for you. So you have to be able to reason with a lot of the things that frustrate you. And that's what is hard to swallow at times. I had to swallow my pride on a lot of things because I didn't want to admit that those were my sets of challenges. But I knew exactly that I I needed that. I needed that semblance of people to understand who I was, because that is a start of healing in all of us. Because once that person or persons start believing in you and start understanding where you're coming from, it is like a light bulb. Things evolve, things improve in your lives, and you have a willingness to teach them that it's important to be patient with you, uh, to take the time to just listen, and not just listen, but interpret exactly what's coming out of the words and your meaning. And it's sometimes hard to explain everything, but you do it in snippets a little bit at a time, and it becomes more palatable. The more small things that you share over time, it becomes okay. I can work on these things. I can grow through these things, and everything is gonna transpire to something better. And I know that for anything to get better, I have to have a willingness to be real with myself and real with my family, my friends. It's important to be yourself. Be comfortable in your own shoes, and you don't have to apologize for who you are. You have to be your genuine self, your authentic of who you are. And no one can define you. So you need to be able to define yourself so that others may understand where you're coming from. And that's what I've taken the time to do, is get people to better grasp what it's like. I mean, it's a challenge at times, but we get through these challenges, and we need the support of one another to get through these things. Please subscribe, like, or comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a nice day.